Does the term generational quarterback mean anything anymore? Or does your last name just have to be Sanders or Manning? Because that's what it seems like. They said that Arch Manning was a generational player, a generational collegiate rifle arm, golden arm quarterback. And in his first game, it's not what it looked like at all. Now, I got some clips here. We're going to take a look at them because the media hyped him up to be the next best thing at quarterback. A number one overall pick before the season even started. They rated Texas number one over Ohio State, the national championship winners, before the season even started because of Arch Manning, because his last name was Manning. Now let's see what the media has to say.
You know, the Arch Manning thing, it was off kilter. He felt pressure that didn't exist. It looked about as bad as it could be.
It's not everything, but it's not nothing. But Caleb Williams, the first time he ever played college football, as a true freshman, gets dropped into the Red River Shootout, down 2 scores, and cooks.
We're going to let Nick Wright cook a little bit here because Nick Wright's making a very good point. Caleb Williams, as a true freshman, came in and he cooked. Arch Manning's been in the system for 3 years now, and he sucks.
Trevor Lawrence, as a true freshman, goes undefeated and beats Alabama in the national championship game, goes 38-2.
So Nick Wright's saying Trevor Lawrence came in and basically as a true freshman beat Alabama. We're going to continue to let him cook real quick.
Type of hype about number one overall pick and immediately backed it up. I do think we can write him off on this year's Heisman Trophy.
See, with that clip right there, before the season even started, they were writing Arch Manning to be this next best thing. And if you look at the film, that's not what it looked like. He looked like he had a cream puff arm, or maybe he was hurt. That's the excuse they're making now for him. But the guy had a cream puff arm. He can't get off his first read. I think he got off his first read 2 or 3 times in the game. He looked horrendous. He looked absolutely horrendous. Caleb Williams comes in as a true freshman, and he was a generational player that they said. That's still yet to be seen. We still have time to cook with Caleb Williams, but we'll see what Skip has to say in this next clip.
On Saturday, did you watch?
I seen him go against a baby Bill Belichick defense, and he struggled. Bill Belichick defense, and he struggled.
That was his first start on the road. Like it looked like a deer in headlights.
Okay,
now they're backtracking. His first start on the road. It was his first start on the road. It was a baby Bill Belichick defense. The guy's been in the system for 3 years. He's been in the same college system for 3 years. He couldn't even beat out 7th round pick Quinn Ewers for the starting job. He couldn't do that. And Quinn Ewers got hurt. Arch Manning came in, and then Quinn Ewers came back, and Arch went right back to the bench. You couldn't even beat out the 7th round pick, but you're supposed to be some generational player. I guarantee you, if his last name wasn't Manning, nobody would be talking about it. Nobody would be talking about it. Let's continue to let this clip play. They're going to backtrack because the last name's Manning here. You can't talk bad about him.
He went against the NFL D coordinator, and he struggled.
But he did on the road, hostile territory, with Matt Patricia as the defensive coordinator with a bunch of NFL talent.
I understand. Did he look jittery? Did he look overamped? Yes, he did.
He did. But he also threw some dots. He made some good plays, showed his athletic ability.
Sometimes they got to slow down for certain people. It just looked like...
That's like starting Shador. That's how Shador going to look. You start Shador, you're going to be like, oh, hold the ball. Gotta let that slow down for him.
You see how they're starting to talk about Shador now too, because this is a nepotism thing. It's Shador Sanders, Arch Manning. They're just guys based off of their last name. It has nothing to do with their play on the field. Because if you want to talk about their play on the field, this is a guy who's been in the system for 3 years. And he looks lost. He looks like he doesn't know how to play football. They give him a gimme throw on one of the first plays of the game, rolls out, throws to the right, and he throws it in the dirt. Now, they said he has a golden rifle arm. This guy's got a cream puff arm. He's a cream puff arm. He can't get off his first read. He doesn't even look like he belongs out. And they're hyping him up. And even in high school, he didn't even dominate in high school. He's just getting hyped up because his last name's Manning. We got Nick Wright on here one more time. We're going to see what Nick Wright has to say.
It's kind of what I was talking about all week. This was an insane ask for Arch Manning, who has thrown, like we talked about, less than 100 passes, who did not come from like a 6A Texas school going up against a bunch of pros. If you look at his high school numbers against, again, not a football power, but his family's history there, they're just fine. The team never was dominant. You know what I mean? They never...
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. And Nick's talking about it now.
A lot of it was the measurables, the name, and the projection, which is fine. I'm not saying I'm out on Arch Manning.
Right.
I'm saying him struggling in Columbus in the first big spot of his life or of his college career should not have been shocking. And I thought it was about, now I didn't expect they to only score 7 points, but I thought they'd lose. I thought he would look shaky. I don't think it's an overall indictment on him. I think the commentary leading up to the game.
I'm going to stop it right there. I don't need to hear anything else he has to say. But here's the thing. I'm holding him to the standard that the media hyped him up to be. And everyone's going to say, oh, Matt, you're a hater. You're a hater. You're just hating on Arch Manning. You wish you were Arch Manning. No, I'm not hating at all. I'm holding him to the standard that the media portrayed him to be. If he's going to be the number 1 overall pick, then I want to see it. I don't want to see this cream puff arm. I don't want to see a guy who looks like he's never touched a football in his life. But now they're throwing the book of excuses out for him now. You hear that. They're throwing the book of excuses out. He did terrible his first game, and now they're like, oh, well, the defense was really good. It was the best overall defense. Me and my friend were discussing this the other day, and he threw the book of excuses out from Arch Manning too. Well, it's Ohio State defense. It was Matt Patricia and his excellent NFL defense. Here's the thing, man. Bill Belichick is a great defensive head coach too, and he got shit on when he came out to play in college, so I don't think you can really throw that card out there. There's a couple comments I want to read. We're gonna bring the comments up. The first comment: the back pedal is crazy. I'm saying the same exact thing. And there's this guy. This is his 3rd year, bro. He's been there 2 years already. Shake my head. Who's that? Captain KZ. Captain KZ. I'm with you, buddy. All we heard all off season was Ohio State lost half the team. This isn't the same Ohio State team. They have 2 new coordinators. Arch Manning is gonna rout Ohio State. And now it's, oh, that's a good defense. He was asked to win in Columbus. See, the glaze for Arch Manning is crazy. And the glaze for Shedeur Sanders was crazy too. I'm going to have another video coming out about Shedeur, by the way. Stay tuned for that one. But let's continue to read these comments. Excuses, excuses, excuses. It's the book of excuses. Arch Manning is garbage. Double standard. Always excuses when they're not right on his picks. This is crazy. His last name is the only reason he's so highly regarded. Oh my God, that's like the same thing I've been saying the entire video. Yeah, I don't need to read any more of this. The thing is, the next 3 games he has cream puff teams. I think he has San Jose State. He's gonna beat the shit out of them. He's just gonna throw to his first read. They're a glorified high school team. Nobody on that team is gonna make the NFL. He's gonna do good against teams like Hofstra or Lafayette and things like that. And people are going to be like, oh my God, see, we told you, he was so good. Arch Manning is so good. And then he's going to go against another team that has somewhat of a defense and he's going to look like shit. That's the thing. Anytime he's going to play anyone who has caliber of NFL player, NFL talent, he's going to look like shit. He's not that good. It's the Shedeur Sanders thing all over again. I'm not going to hype on him too much on this video. This is about Arch, and this is about the media and how they hype names up, and you can't buy into everything that the media says. All these nepotism babies, they just get hyped up, they get glazed, and everyone's gonna call me a hater. Everyone's gonna call me a hater. I already know it. I'm not hating. I'm not hating to get views. I'm not hating to get clicks. I'm just sitting here telling the truth. And this was nothing but the truth. So that's enough for this video. We'll see Arch Manning beat the shit out of San Jose State and then these other cream puff teams. But yeah, we're out, guys.